Morning, everybody. Welcome to stream. Thanks for coming out. Oh, what a day, what a day. Let me get a marker here real quick. Sidetracked myself this morning, so now I have to finish what I started. Alright. I hope you all enjoyed and came out for the Sea of Thieves streams over the weekend. I had a lot of fun playing. I'd forgotten how much I do enjoy that game when I'm not dealing with PvPers. I'm just not much of a PvP person. Let's see here. This brush ought to do good. Okay, I got a test I want to run here this morning real quick. We're going to put the Ibis Merchant. We should be able to finish him up today too. We're to the stage of just doing washes for him. We're going to put him in a little diorama before we give him away. And I've got, as I showed last time, it's a 4 or 5 inch square tile. And we're going to do it up like an apothecary shop. I've got coffee stirrers to use as the wood flooring that I've had around with this exact purpose in mind, not necessarily this model, but this exact purpose in mind. And I wanted to run a test real quick. These coffee stirrers, out of necessity, are sanded very, very smooth. So I don't know how well they'll take the stain. And I wanted to try the brown wash to see if that works as a stain as well. Hello. Yes, I know it's 10 o'clock. Well, it'll go off again in 5 minutes and then we'll turn it off. Make sure I didn't kill my phone cam. Okay. Alright, so what I want to do is try the brown wash on it on a sanded stick and on an unsanded stick and see if there's any difference in the way that the wash goes on and applies like a stain. If there isn't, great. If there is, I've got sandpaper. We can, once we get everything glued down to the substrate, I can just go ahead, sand it real quick, and we can move on from there with the staining. Plus, we're going to need the brown wash this morning for the sailors, or not the sailor, the infantrymen. The infantrymen are also at the point of just needing washes to finish them up. So with luck, we'll be able to finish 4 minis this morning. Okay, this is the sanded stick. I might need to alter this wash a little bit. I'm not too thrilled with the way it looks as is. And then we'll take it and put it on this unsanded version. We'll give it a little bit of time to dry. Oh, wow. Yeah, the penetration is much better on the sanded one. I guess breaking up those little bamboo slivers does help a little bit. Now the question becomes, which one do we like more? So I'll set them up here on this mini holder that has nothing on it right now and let them dry. And somebody remind me in like 10 minutes and we'll go look at them. Otherwise, I'll get there when I get there. Oh, wait. Okay. You come over here to dry. I've got several other brushes out. We're going to work on, we've got 5 different minis here. Yeah, yeah, 5 different minis that I have the picture set up for, and we'll probably work on this Warhammer mini a little bit more. There we go. I don't know how well y'all can see him. It's the Savage Big Orc Boss. It's an older mini. I want to try and do the highlights on his axe. I'm really terrible at doing dry brushing highlight things, so it's something I got to work on. We'll start off with the infantrymen since I got the brown wash out, and we'll go ahead and get the brown wash on their brown bits. I figure we'll probably also use it on the metal for these guys. And then we've got a flesh wash for their faces. And actually, let's do that first because the flesh wash is the easy part. And we need so much less of it. I tried 5 or 6 times to paint the eyes on these little guys. I just could not get my brush in there the way I wanted it, so their eyes are unpainted. Not even white circles, which is also kind of driving me up a wall. But you gotta do what you gotta do. Okay, flesh wash, and we'll get a little brush for that because this is just a little spot. Oh. Wearing my eyeballs would be nice for seeing my small details. The only reason I need to wear these is because I'm wearing a different set of glasses than I usually wear. The magnification isn't the same. It's so I can read the computer monitors when I look up. Water on the brush. There, soak up some of the excess. There we go. And we'll just hit all 3 of these real quick and then we'll go back and do the brown wash on them. And this just knocks down some of the flesh tone. So because that fair skin, man, these guys have never seen darkness or sunlight before. Probably wearing these helmets all the time. This guy's got white eyes. Just no color. Well, not anymore. And then do a quick dab in there, make sure we got all the excess off. Okay, clean that brush. Hopefully I cleaned in the right bin last time. Set you here to dry, and then the brown wash. And the brown wash is going to knock down a lot of the shine off of his silvery bits and give some depth to the armors, which is all we're really looking for. There's plenty on the brush here. I'm sure there's people who'll go back in and take the excess off. I tend not to. That might be a problem. I don't know. Let me know in chat. Should I be going back and taking the excess off? Yeah, I try and spread it around with the brush as much as possible so that there aren't huge globs of it anywhere. But we all know how well stuff like that goes. There's always areas that get more than you intended. And I don't have enough out. Brown wash. There we go. I'll have to go get some more of this. This is the D&D brown wash is the, I think it's the Army Painter Strong Tone wash. I was toying with the idea of leaving a lot of their silver, really silver, but figure these guys are a town guard. They're not in parade uniform. They're in there going out on the town and keeping order. Stopping the bad guy uniforms. So they're not going to be the cleanest. Set that there for a minute. Let that stuff start to dry. I do like the color that's turning the silver to a little bit though. That's not bad. That settle in spots. This is where I will inevitably see places that I missed. That can be all curses foiled again. Okay, so I've been doing all the talking. How's everybody's weekend? I hope you all had a good one. Like I say, I enjoyed playing Sea of Thieves. I wasn't on last night because I just couldn't get into a crafting mood. And I figured y'all had seen enough of me play Sea of Thieves and get killed there. So I just sailed around a little bit on the Sea of Thieves and got a few accomplishments. Made grade 5 gold hoarders and sold my gear, which was nice. I don't often play the emissaries. I just like sailing around, but you don't really get anywhere if you don't play any of the emissaries, because it's the only way to get Pirate Legend, which I would like to do. I've got level 50 in gold hoarders. I just need to get it in 2 others. Okay. And I have bases out for these guys already. So once this wash dries, we can go ahead and base them all. And then get the bases painted, and then they will be done. The Ibis merchant from the last we talked, the plan is still the same. Where did I put my paper towels? I had a whole roll here. Nope. Okay. I am not certain what happened to them. Okay, so let him begin to dry, and then we'll bring this guy over and we'll just blot off some of the excess. So he doesn't look quite as dirty. And it's just kind of settled into spots. There we go. We're not taking it all off, we're just taking off the extra, the excess. Alright, there we go. I would love to know what I did with my other set of papers. That's going to drive me crazy all morning. I don't know where I set them. Or if I dropped them and they rolled somewhere under the desk. That's always a possibility. Okay. That's done. And now we need... I'm going to use... oh, I do need Shadow Wash. We're going to use the Red Wash. Let me see, bring up close-up cam here. And let's get in focus. We're going to use the red wash on the skin, as we've been talking about since the beginning. I'm going to use the purple wash on his cloak just to, there we go, darken it up and give depth in different areas. I should probably take it off the holder to do this. And then we're going to use the shadow wash, the darker color, the black wash, on the fur trim of the cloak. I think that will add a nice element to the whole thing. And then we might take a little bit of the well, I guess, yeah, the shadow wash, and then hit the coins and things on the back of his cloak, just to maybe break them up a little bit and give them a little more definition. So, alright, let's go ahead and clean our wash cup, because we're going to need neither of those washes for the rest of this process. We're done with, well, yeah, we're done with the brown wash and we're done with the flesh wash. Okay. Just water. There we go. Okay, so we'll start off with the red wash. Let's get that on the mixer for a sec. I had started printing the apothecary bits for the apothecary shop. However, I think I overloaded my build plate because I had a bunch of failures again. I was able to successfully print a dozen bases at a time, but for some reason apothecary shells were giving me an issue, and I think it might have been because I had like 3 or 4 of them on the build plate at the time. It's a lot of surface area. Okay. I don't think we'll need any more red tone than that. And we kind of want to be careful putting the red tone on. I don't want to just go crazy with it. So let's see what we got here. We'll use... This is actually the Citadel small dry brush. We're going to use that for the red tone on here. Brush, just for gigs. We're going into thin stuff anyway. And then paint the red on. I want to avoid getting it directly in his eye, because I want that eye to always stand out. I'm going to do the same, try and do the same thing on the eye stalks. But over the rest of him, we're going to go ahead and do that nice red wash. Oh yeah. He's getting the perfect nightmare level of color. Now, backstory for this guy, in my mind, he's like the nicest of guys. He's just hard to look at without being terrified. And I guess that's a trope. I'm trying to avoid getting it directly on any of the gold bling, because we're going to hit that with that black wash as well, or the shadow wash, to try and darken it up some. Give definition there. Although I guess we could do the black wash over the red wash and it wouldn't make much difference. Careful in here. I really don't want to get this in places we don't want it. But some of these areas are so tight. Be helpful if I kept it on camera for you guys. Sorry about that. Go. We're almost done with the red wash. One last eye stalk. I know I was trying to avoid the eyes, but I hit a couple of them, and I like the change in the look. We'll check it again with the black light before we're completely done. Tap a little bit off of his teeth there, because it's a little bit much in some spots. There we go. Oh yeah, he looks sufficiently grueling and grim. If this guy doesn't wake you up with nightmares, nothing out there is going to scare you. Okay. Now we'll get the purple tone wash going. I haven't even opened this one before. Pardon me. I'd bought it on a whim, because like, hey, purple. I like painting things in purple. I wonder what a wash would look like. So I did that. There we go. I think we need a little more light. I turned my lights down for when I was in Sea of Thieves because it was just so much in my face. Let's... Not too much? I don't know. You guys will have to tell me if you see any real noticeable difference on stream. I think it brightened up a little bit for me. Shouldn't need much more than 2 drops of purple. We're only doing his cloak. We'll clean this brush real good. I'm gonna have to take a day, and I keep saying I have to take a day, and I'm really gonna have to clean these brushes down. I've got the brush soap around here somewhere. I moved it when I was cleaning up. Okay, now we're gonna put the purple tone on the cloak. Oh, that's kind of nice. I mean, it looks, because his cloak is already purple, it's kind of just looking like the shadow wash does, but it's definitely giving the deeper areas that more intense color. I'm gonna need a couple more drops of purple. I gotta do the whole inside of him there. And we'll have to finish off the inside of it. I know nobody will ever see it, but it's me. We'll have to give the inside of it a good coating of the color of the wash when we take him off of here, because we also have to do the red wash up in there on the underside of his flesh. Because although you can't see it directly, there are times when it does. Like if you're looking from certain angles when you can see it. And I think I went crazy with the purple up in there. Might have to touch up his main color before we put the wash on there. That's alright. Little extra stuff here and there. Give that a minute or two. And then we'll dab stuff off of that, because there is a lot sitting in the wells on his cloak, and we don't want all that in there. So let's pull something for that. Okay. And we still have to do the shadow wash on his cloak trim. I want to give things a little chance to dry before we delve into that. See if we can't get some of this red wash off though. There we go. It's alright, this will be a little bit easier. Yeah. There we go. So we don't want to get all of the liquid out of there, but it was just, it kind of filled those sections. There we go. While that does that, let's take a look at these infantrymen. Then we'll get an up close look at this first one here. Oh, good focus. So he's looking ready to go. All three of them are painted the exact same. I decided not to paint the rivets and bolts on their helms differently. I do tend to like to make those portions stand out and look a little different when I do these guys, but I figured it probably was unnecessary for these particular guys because there's three of them. They're a squad. They're not your central mini, which is what I keep saying about all these guys. If only I'd had that thought in the past. All right, so we're going to take these guys off their plates, and then we'll get them ready for basing. And basing for these guys is going to be simple. I'm going to glue them to the bases and paint the bases black. These are just background fill up your town minis. And then from here they'll go to the final stage of getting a good coat of poly on them. I'll probably go back later and put magnets in all their bases just to make storage easier. Oh wow, I actually caught quillfish. What do you know? Okay guys, this stream and all streams for me are charity streams. I am always collecting for HeroDogs.llc. It's in chat right now. Hero Dogs LLC is a Maryland 501c3 charity corporation whose mission is to raise, train, and place service dogs with honorably discharged veterans from the United States Armed Forces who need the assistance. These dogs are raised, trained, and placed at zero cost to the veteran, so every little bit you donate helps. Raising these dogs is quite an expensive endeavor. Anything you guys could do would be greatly appreciated. Let's take a look at our... Oh. Well, looking at these, the sanded stick did take the stain a little better. It's a little darker. The grain is coming out just ever so slightly more. So I think we will sand the sticks once I glue them down. I'm going to paint the base black first so that anything that shows through, because there are gaps in these sticks, just looks like the dark subfloor. But I think that's the route we'll go. So sanding is going to be necessary. I will take a look at my hobby shop and see if what other flavors of wash they have. I don't see the need to spend money on an oil-based stain to do this. Yeah. Okay, so let's bring these guys forward here, and one at a time we'll get them glued to the bases. And while they glue down, we'll go back to the Ibis merchant and put the last little bit of stuff on him. While these guys have a chance to adhere to the bases. There we go. He looks fairly centered. Adherence is not immediate, so me moving these around like this is a good opportunity for failure. Oh, let's get some wash drain down there from him. There we go. I could probably use gel super glue and get a more immediate bond, but I like the chance to fiddle a little bit. Might not play a musical instrument, but I fiddle a lot. Give them about 10-15 minutes to do their business before we start to base coat them, or to coat the bases on them. English hard. Word's no good. Okay, so let's take a closer look at him now. The washes are drying up. I really need to... There's a deep channel of wash right down in here. must be pretty well dried already. That's alright. Just in case, we'll hold on to that. Get the shadow wash all ready to go. We have all the gold bits to do. And we have the fur trim on his cloak. But still, that should only take a couple drops. Okay, let's hit that brush again. There we go. And that adds, you can see a lot more of the individual hairs now on his cloak. It just settles in those little spots, those low spots, and makes it look really good. We're gonna do a quick dab across early to see how we stand. Kitten glitter. Little piece. Yeah, just need a very little bit to fill in those little hairs. There we go. And then we're going to move to a smaller brush because we're doing much smaller areas. One of these was all messed up. This one's all messed up. For what it's intended for, not really going to work anymore. We can use it just to dab in these coins and along the cording. It's way too much there. Way too much came off the brush. And then just a little bit on the rings and things. Pulling it off screen, sorry guys. we're doing pretty good there. Try and loosen up this big hunk in here. There we go. Now we can soak most of that out of there. Nice thing about this these water-based items is we can get right back into it pretty quick and smooth out some of the mistake areas, as long as we have more of the wash there, because that liquid will reinvigorate it. Okay. This guy does not get a base. I've got one for him in case we decide to put him on it, but there's no need for him to have a base since he's going to be in a diorama. But this is what Nightmare Fuel looks like right now. I think the wash did a good job of bringing him out. And I say the main judge is look arm's distance away. And arm's distance away, he looks really, really good. So let me grab the black light and make sure that the wash going over top of those fluorescents didn't stop anything we wanted. To glow. You guys are probably just going to see bright. In person here, I actually see the different colors. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Oh yeah. Those glows are coming through nicely. And it did nothing to the little eyes, so I might try it on the big eye. I don't know. Maybe tone it down just a little bit. Some areas where the red didn't actually sit on these eye stalks were glowing really, really bright compared to the rest of them. It didn't dull it out much, but it gave a better glow than what was there initially. So we'll go ahead and hit these guys with one more light coat just to make sure everybody's got something on him. Okay. Oh, let's take these off. There's places where it didn't sit, so I need to get it back in there. A little bit more along the edges there. Better. Better. Stop fiddling. He's done. He looks good from a distance. He glows right. Yeah, holding him out at arm's length, he looks really, really good. Be ashamed to see this guy go to one of y'all's homes. But it's worth it. Good painting practice. Wipe out the rest of the washes. There we go. And a clean wash cup. Put you back in the stack. Get a new paper towel. Okay. Let him dry. Oh wow, it's almost 11 o'clock. Hey, we're doing pretty good though. Alright, we're gonna paint the bases for these guys black. Just using Citadel Abaddon black, nothing special, nothing spectacular. And we are working on, it's always good to have a reference up there. This is who we're working on. It's a nice little first coat. We'll go ahead and we'll let those bases dry, and then we'll put another coat of the black on them. And if we were doing these up for like our centerpiece minis, I'd be putting tufts on the bases or adding gravel or something to it to add some visual interest in that area. But for the intended purpose of these guys, that is not necessary. And once I get all these guys painted, I may go back and paint a couple of them as if they were hero minis and do up the bases and make things look all spectacular. Oh yeah, we got one more. Almost thought we were gonna be able to go back to Mini 1 for a second there. Okay. And see, it only takes a couple minutes there for the super glue to dry. Or at least dry enough that the Mini's not gonna pop off on us while we do this. It will take however long it takes to cure. There we go. Initial coat is on. That rim real quick. And I think I will go through the rest of the bases. I'm just going to prime them in black. That'll make this step almost moot, other than cleaning up the edges around where the mini meets. Kitten glitter. She is shedding like mad lately. Change of seasons, I guess. There we go. See how, okay, one is mostly dry. We can get a second coat on there, and that'll should cover all the Xandri dust and give us a solid black base. go. That's looking good. And unlike everything else we painted lately, there's nothing glowy on these guys. But when we get to the dragonkin, the youngling, I was thinking about making his eyes glow. Just to kind of simulate the ultravision or night vision that they have. Kind of like we did for the cat. It's the cats. Let's pluralize that. He's... Did I miss a spot? Nah, it's just my eyes. He's looking good. One more to do. I'm gonna give the brush a little bit of a wash though. Seem to be having trouble with the tip. Yeah, just a little bit. Another coat will get the primer completely coated. We'll have solid black bases. Oh, sorry guys. I'm doing it behind the picture now. Woohoo! I'm not off camera one way, I'm off camera another. Alright. And I promise when I take pictures of these guys, I'll take them as if they're actually like 6 feet away, so all you see is this little mini in the background, and they look great. Alright, bases are coated. Let them dry for a little bit. I really need to get another cup out here. Okay. So we are done with those guys. Let's see here. So model counts. We completed the beholder. And we completed the 3. So it should be 26 now, right? Nope. Oh. Wow. Yeah, because I was hitting the wrong command. It's first. The completed just shows how many I've completed. Okay, 23, 24, 25, 26, and 27. Yep. All 4 of those guys are done. Now we're on this guy. Should have left the black out. We're going to do his hair in black. This is the Foxbite mini holder. I won this off of Good Enough Painting stream. Hang on a second here, I will give him another shout out. He has been kind of instrumental in me getting my painting going, just in confidence boost, and he's a really nice guy. So go ahead, give him a watch. He's usually never on when I'm on because our work schedules are opposite. When I'm on, he's at work, and when he's on, I'm at work. So you will usually find me lurking in his channel. I may not respond because I am at work, but I'm there listening. I try to keep up on what's going on in there. There we go. And sometimes you will find the person that makes or sells the Foxbite gaming handles, or painting handles. He's sometimes in Good Enough stream. Okay, you need to be clean badly. I need a clean me badly cup. You know what? You'll work. All of these are Clean Me Badly brushes that we have destroyed or overused. Yeah, that starter brush needs some help. So let's get this set up. Might be able to save that one, might not. I mean, most of these aren't the size of brushes I normally use anyway. A lot, or at least a lot of these aren't. Okay, so I'll set you over here, other side of the keyboard. Oh, chat pause, you just scroll. When did I start scrolling? Another good person to check out is Vooper. She is an amazing digital artist. She is currently working on a commission for me, which you guys will get to see when it's done. Bumped my camera. That's good enough, I guess. I'm not using it right now anyway. Okay. So now we're going to go on this gentleman. And I'm going to redo the shirt. I did the shirt in that light tan. Very, very light tan. It's very similar to the flesh color. Might even have been the flesh color. Let's bring him up. Yeah, that's a shirt, not a six-pack. So let's see here. Let's go with a red kind of shirt, I guess. Or you know what? We got that nice blue on his coat. Let's give him more of a lighter blue shirt, which, you know, we'll darken up with the washes and whatnot. So it won't be quite so in your face. A lot of humidity in there, just like it's supposed to be. That stuff did not mix up very well. We're gonna have to give that a little bit of a workout here with some water, I think. Let's see here. Come back in with that jack color and touch up in a little bit. I'm gonna let this a little bit dry. I'm very quickly running out of usable brushes because I don't clean them often enough. Alright. He's got some buckles and things on him. A belt. I was thinking we do his gloves. I was thinking he wouldn't have bare hands. That he would be wearing some kind of gloves. The mini could go either way. So let's see here. Just be a pale kind of tan for the gloves. That's fair skin. We're not going to need that anymore. Skin's done. Skeleton bone, I don't foresee us needing, and I lost my space for it. Let's see, do I need to buy more tan? I've only got like 2 colors of tan. Okay, so let's take some leather brown. That's good and liquidy. And we'll take this yellow brown. There we go. Let's give that a quick mix and see what it does. That looks nice. Let's try and save that brush tip a little bit. I think I should probably go take a couple classes on color theory. I have no education in the aspect. And this is kind of an arty thing that really does involve color and theory. much as practice. Yeah, those are some nice light brown gloves. I like that. Oh, good, I am doing it on screen this time. I'm gonna have to make like a 2-point audio alert. Get it back on camera. There we go. I think this guy's gonna have brass buttons on his coat, though. I think that's gonna be typical here. We can get his shirt another coat. That is dried. Oh, that looks good. That looks good. The tan, the very light color is still coming through though, a little too much. So we might need another coat after this, but that's looking really good. If you guys out there have any suggestions for colors, let me know. I will do what I can with what I have. We can try and mix up a special color if y'all think we need one. Let's see, how bad are things? Oh, I'm not even looking to see how bad things are going with ads. Okay, we got about 6 minutes for the next set of ads. It was on the wrong screen, sorry guys. Alright, I try and monitor that. I don't want to have ads coming up constantly or in the middle of something, you know, important. Okay, we're gonna do ruddy brown, or not ruddy brown, rigid leather for his boots, and then there are a couple buckles on them. We might try and highlight those, but they are very tiny details. I might not be able to get them done out the way I want. Let's see here, this has got a flat back and it still has glue all over it. Wow, it's picking up kitten glitter like there's no tomorrow. Alright, we won't use you. You're still clean. Need to push this putty down in a way to make sure that I can get the base of his boots all the way around. I'm gonna order some of the double stick foam tape that I see people using with this holder. It seems to work better than this tack does. Plus, with the tack, I'm always having trouble getting the very base of whatever I'm painting. Oh, let's get the rigid leather out here. I have to find, we mixed up that tan. We're gonna have to find something else to use that on. Maybe we'll do this other sailor's coat in the khaki. He's already still in the Xandri dust from the initial priming. And that'll be just a little bit lighter than what he already is and slightly more brown, so that might not be a bad idea. Okay, let's do up his boots. This guy doesn't have much in the way of details and color. I would hope that we could get this guy done in this stream or the next one. I mean, I think it'll be the next one because it's already after 11, but there's no major color decisions for this guy. There's not a lot of fine detail to worry about. Those armored guys, they had quite a bit on them. And a lot of small detail areas that needed focus. At least for me. You might not focus on that if you paint these guys for your background minis. That really looks like this could be the cuff of his pants or the top of his boot. Because there's buttons there. All the way around. There's a slit down the middle like it's the top of a boot. You know what? We're going to call it top of a boot. And his pants are tucked in. I do like that this can be spun around. This is meant to be a rest for, you know, doing details and things and getting in, having a place to rest your brush. I haven't done any real heavy detail painting with this holder yet. I'm mostly just blocking in colors right now, so we'll see how well that works when we get to that point. Guess this would be where I would use that. No, I like you resting on my fingers. But having this metal here to grip to keep my base of me nice and stable is very helpful. That pouch has its base coat, except for the very top. And I'm off screen again. I'm so sorry, guys. I am just one giant technical difficulty this morning. There we go. Okay. Oh, we have that belt to do too. The belt. Let's do that. All the leather on this guy at one time. That way that is done. At least on the base coat. I think we might need another one to cover the primer. This guy was primed in gray. I was originally planning on using all the red on him. And I might still go back and do that, especially on his pants. Use some red. Because that gray primer will make that red pop nicely. That much I do know. There we go. Okay. Now we'll get a coat on his pants. Glistening blood is not for pants. I mean, if you had bloody splotches, sure. I've used a lot of Cambion Crimson lately. Let's try this one. This needs a serious mix-up. Let's try and clean that ugliness off the palette. Whoa. Sorry guys, the paper on the palette got kind of scrunched up. Just trying to straighten it out a little bit. Get the wrinkles out. There we go. There we are. Okay. Let's see if we can get this succubus red to look decent. Paint, I think, is done. Might have to pick a different color. Got a little drop next to it. There we go. It just isn't mixed up enough. That's looking better. Oh, I got my eyes down already. All right. I think it's too pink. All that work, and it's too pink. We use a lot of vampire garments lately too. I want his pants to be red, but I don't want them to be red. And this is kind of red. Okay. So we'll have to find a way to dull this down. I mean, this is like primary DnD red. You know, if you look at the old box sets. Of course, it is called Dragonfire Red, so I guess, you know. It's a little on the money. And the black primer beneath it, or the black paint that I was doing the pants in beneath, is not going to help this situation any. Keep forgetting I can turn the mini. I don't have to turn the whole holder. I don't think this paint is properly mixed either. It's going on kind of gloopy. And that is, of course, my impatience. But then we have to come back to the main question. How does it look arms out? It's coming together. It's coming together. Yeah, I'm just moving wet paint around. I have to set him aside for a minute, let him dry. So perhaps what we will do today, get this to a slightly cleaner point. We're going to throw out these brush protectors because I haven't been putting them back on anyway. And they're just piling up everywhere. Alright. Set him aside for a minute. We'll bring this guy out. We haven't worked on him in forever. I'm still very happy with his hair and the small details I do have done on him. They look really good. But it's the axe we're concentrating on today. We need to do a little bit of dry brushing with a different color at the point. We're trying to make this look like a flint tool. Let's see, do I have a darker gray? Yes. So what I want to do is go over this with a kind of a medium brushing of the underdark gray, and then come back with a very light dry brushing of an even lighter gray to make this look like a flint chip tool, a hand done tool. see what we got here. The last time I was just going too heavy on it. It's too wet. Too wet. It's actually kind of helpful though. Settling down the darker color that's already there. Still not quite what I want though. And I'm not going to recontrast paint it. I used, initially I used the Black Templar contrast paint on it. Let's see if we do it this way. Barely any paint left on it. Just want to get the upper tips. That's what I'm looking for. That's what I'm looking for. Get the edge. Get the edge. So y'all are learning with me here. Oh, that looks spectacular. Now I just have to gloss that because most of the time your flint tool, the flint retains a lot of high gloss when even after it's chipped. It's a very glossy kind of material. That looks good. I like that. And then we'll come in. See, let's pull out shadow wash now. Or is it over here? It's over here. Give that a minute to dry, and then we're going to put a shadow wash on it, and then we're going to hit it with that highlight again. And then I'll have to get some gloss varnish to cover that bit with. I know it comes in little bottles. I'll have to look it up real quick and then do a brush on gloss varnish for that the tool head. Alright, let's not get ahead of ourselves. Let's set him back here, let him dry for a minute so we don't mess it up. Still paint coming out of there. Time for another paper towel. Put that in the clean me bucket. And I do currently plan to be on each morning this week. Nothing looks to be getting in the way of that. Okay, we said we're going to use our custom tan on his pants. And that is this guy. Let's get a new brush. This is a base coating brush, and that's basically what we're doing. I know right now it doesn't look like much difference. I can hardly see it between him and the primer, but this is also just the first coat. His, because I still see the primer coming through quite heavily. The other thing I've noticed about this, the tack on here, it doesn't seem to stick very well to this wood. It could be me, could be my tack, I don't know. But I'm also using the tack provided that it came with. I know the color doesn't matter, but the tack that it came with was like a gray tan. And neither one of them seems to like sticking very much. Get back into rotating the mini on the holder, Greg, not rotating the holder on the mini. There. Get it back. I'm right-handed, so I want the stabilization point on the right here. I can see I'm probably gonna have to mix up more of this pants color. Thought I'd mixed up too much, apparently not. Alright, let's do his boots now. Sorry. Thought I saw something. Now his boots do have some different kind of straps on them. We'll probably do those, maybe make them stand out, do those in black. And the buckles in silver or something, I don't know. We'll burn that bridge when we come to it. Back the way I like it. They actually, like, there might be stockings going down into shoes. So we may end up repainting those. Like, almost like a, not tights, but well, I guess probably tights. So we might be able to do something fun with this one. Do like a stark white linen stocking on him. Some kitten glitter on here. supposed to be over here. I gotta adjust the top camera again, doggone it. He's got some kind of a journal here at his side too. We'll have to fiddle with that, and this looks like a leather bracer. And I'm off screen. There we go. Yeah, this tack is driving me crazy. It was doing the same thing on the other Mini, but not quite as badly. I'm wondering if the putty's having issues. Sorry, here, I'll just turn like this. I'm wondering if the putty's having issue sticking to whatever finish is on here, but it doesn't feel like it's finished. I mean, feels like it's unfinished wood. I don't know. That putty in a second here. Let's get these pants coated in a more comfortable manner. They're looking pretty good there. Okay. guy just does not want to stick today. Alright. Hopefully that will work. On. There. And the tack pulled the paint off the sides of the boot, so we'll get another coat on there real quick. Because it wasn't quite dried yet. Seems to be sticking better now too. That's too close to the flesh color. Ooh, that needs a lot more mix-up. Okay guys, got an ad starting in about, well, it just says soon. So, about 10 seconds. So, sorry about that. I appreciate you if you stick around. It does help the channel, or stream, whatever you want to call it. And we're going to get a Pokemon in another 10 seconds after that. That's a little bit better. Caught it. Nice. Welcome back from the ads, everybody. Didn't get much done. I just painted his bandana. Let's see, we haven't had this guy in close-up cam yet, so let's see what we got here. Camera's really not liking that green. It's giving it a harsh reflection right now, but he's looking pretty good though. The tans are doing well. We'll do something special with that shirt, I think. And he's got huge mutton chops. We'll get them painted up. Might have to do a custom hair color for that because I think this guy's a ginger. Alright. Let's see, what are we going to do for that shirt? That's too bright. We'll need to do a little custom color because this one's just too light, this one's just too dark, so we'll do a drop of each together, see what we get. Yeah, I like the white, the cold light. Okay, we'll get demonic yellow mixed up. Do I have this in another color? Got another bottle of this, don't I? Yeah, because it's angelic yellow. I still have a little bottle to go through. We'll save the big bottle for the big bottle for Space Marines. About to drop the same size of Ancient Mummy. We'll give it a mix. Ooh, that was a mistake. Let's give a little more. It's not quite what we're looking for. That should do. Oh yeah, That looks nice on the paper towel. Okay, so let's do his shirt in that color, and we'll see what kind of monstrosity we're dealing with. Still holding it off camera. For today, we're going to hide all the minis till I figure out what I'm doing here. That does well. Okay. Now I know the bottle isn't metallic, but glass has kind of that shine, so I'm going to start with a metallic on it, and then I'm going to color it with a deeper blue, because I think this is going to be a blue glass bottle, tan cork top, and that was way too much paint. Right in the middle of the screen like I need to be. There we go. That bottle came out pretty nice. Got to touch up the pants and all around it. Of course, that was to be expected. Oh, a little bit right in there. There we go. I kind of like that azure blue on there. Might not cover it with another color. And we're probably not going to raid anyone out today. We'll probably just end stream when we're done here. But we'll see. All depends on how we feel as we get towards the end. I was gonna make the dragonkin a gold dragonkin, but maybe I'll start with the azure blue. Now we'll go back to work on that shirt some more. Nope. It's a little bit of the, might just be a reflection of color. It looked like there was more yellow on the band here. I don't want to have the yellow coming down that far. Still need to put another coat on his bandana too. We'll get to that here momentarily. This guy's coming along nicely though. It's not mixed well enough. But it might be for our purposes, but I'm still gonna put this on the vortex mixer for a minute. Oh, Miss Crogonall. I would like to caught that one. Much better. Still not mixed very well. Paint's going to take some work. A little more orange. Whoa, that's a lot more orange. Ugh, that might be a problem. That brush is done for now. Alright, let's see what we can't do by making this guy a ginger. And we'll come back and clean up the flesh color here in a minute, but I want to try and get orange everywhere, the orangey everywhere we need it. And then fair skin is what we use for his flesh tone. But you know what? He's in the sun a lot. Let's use ruddy skin. All right, what's the other one up here? Yeah, because ruddy skin, I think, comes out looking more tanned once we add the flesh wash to it. Start down here with these hands. Because what we're looking for is to have him look like a very tan sailor, a man who's always on deck and in the sun. They didn't have SPF 50 when this guy went aboard ship. They had SPF, whatever you get from your bandana. I'm gonna say again, I don't know if my playlist is going through all the songs or just playing a select like 6. But I know a lot of these songs, the composers made them quite similar. So I do know that's going to be part of it. go. Let's get back to that shirt a little bit. Now I can clean that up. There we go. Fix up the bandana a little bit. I think that's looking really good. Not touch our mini with all that paint on us. Okay. Sorry guys, I need to see. Oh, wrong guy. Okay. There we are. Okay, now once that dries, we can touch up the flesh color. And his eye patch should look okay. This is the problem I get into. I just start over touching up everything, and it just drives me up a wall. And I'm gonna have to stop here in a second before it does drive me up a wall. There's one little spot here. I think if I get it in there. There. We can call that good. I mean, it was already good from out here, but I'm working so close. That's the hardest thing is realizing when you've got it set the way it needs to be. There we go. That's just covering primer now. And the flesh color. There we go. Get another coat of this glorious hair color. couple little spots that need touch up. There we go. Now I need to think about that rope. That's that and the journal on here are the last major details. We can do the strap here. Said we'd do that in black. Yeah, I can hide him now. Yeah, I see it. Another bad brush stroke. I'll have to go back and clean it up. There we go. Okay, let's see what brown do we want to use for the rope. Oh, let's use this one. We'll use the same color brown for the journal, just to make it easier on ourselves. Start off with the journal real quick. There we go. Oh wow, it's that time. Okay guys, I'm sorry. I actually do have to cut off early. Not early, on time. It is the end of the day. I have to start work here in about 10 minutes. I should have paid more attention to time. So let's go ahead and go to our ending soon screen here, guys. Okay, and I'd like to thank everyone who came out for today's stream. I greatly appreciate every visitor, lurker, chatter, follower, subscriber, supporter, and donator to the charity who stops by. I hope to see you all here again during my next stream. Be safe out there.